If you've always wanted to try kicking, this is for you. Hi everyone, I'm Silvana from SilvanaKicks, and today's video is going to be a beginner level intro to kicks. If you're one of those people who have always wanted to try kicking but have never known where to start, this follow along is going to be perfect for you. Now, I decided to do mine at home because unfortunately I know a lot of people are going to be stuck at home, restrictions are getting more strict, and so I've decided to design a program that's perfect for smaller spaces. Keep in mind, if you do want to learn a little bit more in depth on the stretches or on any of the kicks that I do in this tutorial, or if you see me do on my Instagram, you're more than welcome to join my Patreon page. My Patreon page has been around since the beginning of this year, and I've collected a ton of videos in my little Patreon library where you could learn kicking techniques, proper kick positions, and stretches to improve or to meet your goals or to exceed your goals with your stretches to get more flexible. If you have questions about that, leave me a comment below, and I'll also leave a link to my Patreon page in the description box below. But let's get started on this follow along. Alright, so first things first, you gotta make sure that I'm nice and warm before doing any of the stretches. So I'm gonna go for 30 seconds doing jumping jacks, take a little bit of a break, and then 30 seconds again. Awesome. 30 seconds is up. Take a deep breath, breathe in, breathe out. I like moving my hips around just to start getting the blood flowing before doing another set of the 30 seconds. Starting now. And time. Awesome. Okay, so the next portion of this follow along is stretches. So we're gonna start with some dynamic active stretches. They're gonna be in the form of leg raises. So I know a lot of people think stretches and they think static stretches, the ones that don't move, like things like center split. Those are amazing stretches in their own right, but these kind of movement type stretches are perfect to start being able to warm up your legs and have them execute kicks properly. So what you're gonna do is start leg raises by putting the leg that you're gonna use back, have your hands up, and all you're gonna do is lift your leg up and put it back down. Lift and put it back down. Do that 10 times. So follow along with me, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now we're gonna do the other side. So left leg back and just lift. 1, 2, nice and light. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good, we're gonna switch again. Do it again, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're gonna do that one more time. Switch. Ready. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Switch one last time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Stand up, move your hips around, and we're off to the next dynamic active stretch. Alright, so for this next stretch, we're gonna do a side leg raise. So we just did front leg raises, and now we're gonna lift off to the side. So what you're gonna do is start in a fighting stance this time. So the leg that you're gonna use is gonna be in the front instead of behind like we did for front leg raises. So put it out in front, have your hands up off to the side, and all you're gonna do is really lightly just lift and keep your hips locked into place. So don't turn them upwards, because then it'll turn into a front leg raise again. So keep them sideways, hands up, and just lift off to the side. Okay, so we're gonna do that together. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And now we're gonna do the other side. So put the other one in front and lift straight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Back to the first leg. Ready. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. One more. Switch back. Ready. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Switch. Last ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Stand up, move the hips around, high knees, move your knee around. Good. And we're ready for the next portion. So now that we're done doing those dynamic active stretches and our legs are feeling a lot more warm, less stiff, now we're gonna go into some static stretches. We're gonna hold them for a little bit and then we're gonna get into our kicks. So remember, I'm gonna be doing beginner level of these stretches. I'm not gonna go in depth. If you want an in-depth explanation, of all of these things, I do have it on my Patreon page, and I would love to answer all the questions that you guys have. Please check it out, the link's in my description. But now we're gonna get into these stretches. So what I'm gonna want you guys to do is a center split. So we're gonna start in our center split, so nice and high if you need to. Okay, if you have a chair or a desk, you can put your hands on that. If you are not yet at hands down, you could go and hold on something else, as long as you're getting that groin stretch. So from here, if you can get to the ground and you feel comfortable doing that, then we're gonna go and go a little lower, go a little deeper into the stretch every single time. Remember to stop when you start feeling resistance. So when you start feeling that resistance, hold that for 30 seconds and then relax. So I'm gonna go low into my stretch, walk that out, and let's hold for 30 seconds. Starts. Make sure you're comfortable in your stretch. Ready? 30 seconds starts now. Hold that. So you should be feeling it in that groin area. You might be feeling it in your outer hip. Wherever your weakness lies, that's where you're gonna feel this center split stretch. So hold this to the best of your ability, wherever you are. Just hold this stretch. Good. Time. Sit back. Good. Relax your legs. Bring them in. And we're just gonna do one more stretch. Put one in, one foot in, one leg out. Take a deep breath, breathe in, breathe out, and reach for that leg. So start here if you need to. Take your hands and pull your body into your leg. Take your hands, pull. Take your hands, pull, hands, pull, until your chest reaches your thigh. So if you can, get real into it, head down. But again, if this is where you are, hold on to your knee and pull your chest in. Try and keep a happy back and don't turtle back. So we're gonna hold our stretch for 30 seconds, starting now. Make sure you're breathing when you're stretching, in through your nose, out through your mouth. And then once we switch, we're gonna switch to the other foot right away, and then we're gonna get into the kicks. Okay, switch legs, other one tucks in. Breathe in, breathe out, hold. Right now, depending again where your tightness lies, you may feel it in your calf muscle, you may feel it in your hamstring, you may still feel it in your groin, outer hip, hip flexor, your lower back. Could be a variety of things right now. Stretch and hold, and make sure once you feel resistance, don't go past that. You don't want to overstretch and hurt yourself. Relax. Good, and now we're gonna get into the kicks. Now it's time for you to learn your very first kick, and that's gonna be a front kick. A front kick is the first kick you learn for most disciplines of martial arts. So what we're gonna do is something very similar to that leg raise we did at the beginning, except this time we're gonna apply something called a chamber. A chamber is this knee position right here. It's very important with basically every single kick that you learn, and I can tell you why on my Patreon page. So remember, if you wanna learn more in-depth explanation on stretches and kicks, check out that page. So for the front kicks right now, we're going to apply a chamber to the before and after. So what I mean by that is you're going to chamber, try and do this with me. It's gonna be hard on balance. You're going to extend the leg, pull back in, and put it back behind you. So again, try it. Up, in chamber position. Out, in, down. Okay, so now we're gonna put that together. If you want a few practice rounds before you do this with me, pause the video. But now we're gonna do 10 together. Ready? Hands up. Let's do it. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Switch legs. And do it off this side. Ready? Same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Congratulations, you learned your first kick. Practice that as many times as you would like. If you have questions, leave a comment below. And now we're gonna go off to the second kick. Keep in mind, if you wanna learn how to do kind of the more intricate kick holds or the 180 kicks, you could learn that on my Patreon too. Check it out, link below. So if you guess based on leg raises what our second kick is gonna be, what do you think it is? So our first one was this front leg raise, and we did a front kick. The next leg raise we did was off to the side. Can you guess what kick is next? If you guessed side kick, you guessed right. So next we're gonna do a side kick from our side position. So what you're gonna do is similar to what we did for our leg raise, except add a chamber, right? So hands up, we're going to add a side kick chamber, throw straight, pull back, and down. This is going to take a little bit of hip strength on that outer hip and a little bit more groin flexibility. So try it again. Up, straight, in, down. We're going to do 10 together. If you need a few more or testers, do that, pause the video, and come back to me and do 10. Ready? Hands up, let's do 10 together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And of course we have to practice the other side. Ready, let's do that together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Congratulations, you just learned the second kick. All right, so to summarize this follow along, we did a warm up, we did dynamic active stretches, we did some static stretches, and then we learned 2 kicks. We learned a front kick and we learned a side kick. If you have questions about any of the things that I taught you in this video, please feel free to comment below. I love hearing from all of you and I do appreciate the support. Make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on post notifications for my page. I release a video every Friday. Now keep in mind, if you are one of those people that want to learn a little bit more in depth about kicking techniques, or if you have some stretching goals, check out that Patreon page because I go into detail about everything on there and you get coached by me. It's a pretty good deal. Now keep that in mind. I release a video here every Friday. I'm going live on Twitch at the end of this month. If you have questions about that, comment below, but I'll see you back here next Friday. See you guys. Bye.